Listen, before we talk about goals, before we talk about vision, before we talk about habits, we've got to address the foundation, because nothing you build in 2025 will stand if the foundation is weak, and that foundation is radical ownership. I'm talking about taking full responsibility for everything in your life, not just the wins, not just the things you're proud of, but the moments you fell short, the moments you avoided, the moments you pretended weren't your fault. Radical ownership means you stop giving other people the pen and expecting them to write your story. It means you recognize that as long as someone else is to blame, you're powerless, but the moment you take ownership, you become powerful. Some of you didn't have the year you wanted in 2024, not because you didn't have the talent, not because you didn't have the opportunity, but because you kept handing your power away. You blamed your boss, your family, your schedule, your past, your environment. But you can't fix what you won't own. You can't grow from what you keep running from. And you cannot transform in 2025 if you're still holding on to the excuses that held you back before. Ownership isn't about guilt, it's about freedom. It's the moment you look yourself in the mirror and say, if it is to be, it's up to me. And I get it. Sometimes life throws things at you that you didn't ask for. Sometimes circumstances hit you from angles you didn't see coming. But hear me, ownership doesn't mean everything that happened was your fault. It means you're taking control of what happens next. It means you stop letting your past dictate your future. It means you stop giving temporary moments permanent power. Ownership is you deciding that no matter what happened before, 2025 will be guided by your choices, your effort, your discipline, hunger. When you take ownership, your mindset shifts. You stop saying, I can't, and you start saying, how can I? You stop waiting for perfect conditions, and you start working with what you've got. You stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20 and realize your story is your responsibility. Radical ownership forces you to stop living in reaction mode and step into creation mode. Because the truth is this, as long as you keep reacting to everything around you, you'll never build anything within you. I need you to understand how powerful this is. When you take ownership, you stop negotiating with your limitations. You stop letting your feelings decide your future. You wake up earlier, not because someone told you to, but because you own your time. You study harder, not because of fear, but because you own your potential. You break bad habits, not because someone forced you to, but because you own your outcomes. Ownership turns pressure into purpose. It turns obstacles into opportunities. It turns average effort into elite performance. I'm telling you, some of you are one decision away from a completely different life. One decision, the decision to own your attitude, your energy, your work ethic, your focus, your habits, your discipline, your future. You want 2025 to be the best year ever. Then stop outsourcing your greatness. Stop looking for someone to bail you out emotionally, academically, professionally, spiritually. The cavalry isn't coming. You are the cavalry. And once you fully embrace that, once you stop expecting opportunities to fall in your lap and start creating them, everything changes. The moment you own your responsibility is the moment you unlock your possibility. This is the year you take the wheel, not the passenger seat. This is the year you stop hoping and start choosing. This is the year you stop pointing fingers and start building futures. And the moment you take radical ownership, 2025 becomes yours. Now that you've taken ownership, that you've accepted that 2025 is in your hands, the next step is creating a vision so clear, so detailed, so specific that there is absolutely no confusion about where you're going. Because listen to me, you cannot hit a target you cannot see. Too many people walk into a new year with hope, but no blueprint, excitement, but no structure, dreams, but no direction. And when there's no direction, you drift. When there's no clarity, you settle. When there's no plan, you repeat the same cycles you promised yourself you'd break. A clear vision isn't just, I want to be better, or I want to improve my life. Those are wishes, and wishes don't win games. I'm talking about something measurable, something teachable, something so detailed that if I asked you what your life should look like on December 31st, 2025, you could break it down to numbers, habits, routines. A real vision is educational. It teaches you what to prioritize, what to cut out, what to sacrifice, and what to chase with everything you've got. If you say you want better grades, just say, I want A's. Show me the study schedule. Show me the hours per week. Show me the subjects you need to strengthen. If you say you want to be healthier, don't just say, I want to get in shape. Show me the workouts. Show me the meal plan. Show me the daily steps, the sleep schedule, the water intake. If you say you want to make more money, don't just throw out a number. Show me the skills you need to learn. Show me the books you need to read. Show me the opportunities you need to create, not wait for. A clear vision forces discipline because it gives your actions meaning. When you know exactly where you're going, every day has a purpose. Every decision has weight. You don't wake up confused. You don't wake up lost. You wake up with intention because your vision is driving you. And the more detailed your vision is, the easier it becomes to separate what matters from what doesn't. You stop wasting time. You stop entertaining distractions. You stop giving energy to things that don't align with what you said you wanted. A clear vision also protects you from emotional decisions. Some days you won't feel motivated. Some days life will get heavy. Some days distractions will tempt you. But when your vision is strong, it speaks louder than your feelings. It reminds you why you started. It pulls you back when life tries to push you off track. Feelings change. Vision doesn't. Here's the part most people miss. A vision is only powerful if it's broken into steps. You can't jump from January to December. You need checkpoints, monthly goals, weekly targets, daily habits. Because consistency doesn't happen on accident, it happens through systems. Your vision should be so clear that if someone watched your daily life, they could predict your future. That's how aligned your habits must be. And you've got to write it down, not in your mind, not floating around as a vague idea. Written, when you write it, you take it from imagination to intention. When you write it, you treat it like a contract. When you write it, you remind yourself that dreams don't become real until they're documented. Some of you walked into 2024 blind. You guessed your way through the year, and guess what? You got guess-level results. But 2025, this is the year you walk in with precision. This is the year you don't wait for clarity. You create it. This is the year you stop drifting and start directing. Because the moment your vision becomes clear, your future becomes unstoppable. You can take ownership, you can build a powerful vision, but hear me, none of it means anything if you don't have systems to back it up. You can be inspired, you can be fired up. You can be ready to run through a wall on January 1st. But if your daily structure isn't built right, that motivation will fade, and you'll slide right back into the old patterns you swore you'd leave behind. That's why in 2025, I don't want you chasing hype. I want you building habits. I don't want you relying on energy. I want you relying on structure. Motivation might start the engine, but systems keep the car moving long after the excitement wears off. Every year people make resolutions, and every year those resolutions die. Not because people don't want change, but because they don't build systems that support the change. You can want to wake up early, but if you don't set a bedtime, if you don't limit your screen time, if you don't schedule your evening routine, you're not waking up early. You can want to study harder, but if you don't create a study environment, set specific study blocks, and eliminate distractions, studying harder, you can want to get in shape. But if you don't plan meals, prep workouts, and schedule consistent sessions, you're not getting in shape. The desire is there, but the design is missing. Systems are the design. Systems are the architecture behind greatness. Systems make success predictable. When you have the right systems, you don't have to wonder whether you'll stay disciplined. You become disciplined by default. You don't have to convince yourself to show up. Your routine pulls you there. Systems turn your goals from emotional wishes into practical, repeatable actions. And every time you repeat an action, you build mastery. Think about the most successful students, athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs. They're not successful because they feel good every day. They're successful because they follow systems every day. When they're tired, the system carries them. When they're overwhelmed, the system guides them. When they slip, the system catches them. Without systems, you're depending on willpower, and willpower is fragile. Systems are firm. I need you to treat 2025 like a construction project. If your dream is the building, then your systems are the blueprint. You wouldn't build a skyscraper by guessing. You wouldn't just throw bricks and hope it stands. You follow the plan. You lay one brick at a time in the same order, with the same precision, over and over again. That's what your habits should look like. Small bricks laid consistently in the same direction, toward the same vision. But you've got to make your systems simple. Don't overcomplicate them. Create routines so heavy that you burn out by week 2. Start with what you can sustain. If you can study 30 minutes a day consistently, that's better than 3 hours once a week. If you can work out 15 minutes a day consistently, that's better than 2 hours once a month. Success isn't built on intensity, it's built on consistency. And remember, these systems are not just things you do, they're things you protect. Anyone or anything that disrupts your system is disrupting your future. If you said you're reading every morning, protect that. If you said you're spending Sundays planning your week, protect that. If you said you're shutting down distractions after 9 p.m., protect that. Your system is the shield around your vision. It's the structure that guards your discipline. This is not about perfection. It's about alignment. Your systems align with your vision and your ownership aligns with your actions. You become unstoppable. You don't get ready, you stay ready. You don't chase growth, you live inside it daily. Once you build systems that match the level of life you want, 2025 won't just be different, it'll be elevated beyond anything you've ever experienced.
Your environment is either accelerating your growth or suffocating it, and you've got to be real with yourself about which one you're living in. Because once you take ownership, and once you build a vision, and once you put systems in place, the next thing that determines whether you rise or fall in 2025 is the people and the spaces you surround yourself with. You can have the right mindset, the right goals, the right routines, but if your environment is toxic, distracting, or draining, it will sabotage everything you're trying to build. I need you to hear this with your whole soul. You cannot become the person you want to be while hanging around people who are committed to staying who they are. You can't elevate while your circle is comfortable. You can't chase discipline while your friends chase distraction. And you definitely can't keep a championship mentality while spending every day with people who think life is a game that doesn't matter. Your environment is not neutral, it's teaching you, shaping you, guiding you, influencing you, whether you realize it or not. Some of you are frustrated with your progress, but it's not because you're not capable, it's because your environment keeps resetting you. You get motivated, then someone in your circle kills your momentum. You make a plan, then someone convinces you it's too much. You start building a good habit, then someone pulls you back into an old one, and the crazy part is it's not always on purpose. Sometimes it's just that the people around you don't share your hunger, and without even trying, they keep you small. You've got to upgrade your environment. You've got to put yourself in rooms where the standards are higher, where excellence is normal, where vision is respected, where growth is expected. When you walk into the right room, you don't have to convince anyone to work, they're already working. You don't have to explain why discipline matters, they already know. You don't have to shrink your ambition, they push you to expand it. The right environment doesn't make you feel weird for wanting more. It makes you feel crazy for accepting less. But I'm not saying cut everybody off. I'm saying be intentional. Some people are friends, but they can't be advisors. Some people are family, but they can't be accountability partners. Some people are good to you, but they're not good for your future. You've got to learn to love people without letting them lead your life. You've got to understand the difference between someone who comforts you and someone who challenges you. Growth requires both, but they don't come from the same person, and don't forget, your environment isn't just people. It's your room, your home, your desk, your routine, your music, your social media feed, your habits. If your physical environment is cluttered, your mind will feel cluttered. If your digital environment is noisy, your focus will be noisy. If your emotional environment is chaotic, your decisions will be chaotic. Everything around you is either supporting your purpose or distracting you from it. You need to build an environment that reflects the life you want, not the life you're trying to escape. Clean your space, organize your tools, surround yourself with reminders of your vision, follow people online who make you want to get better. Spend time with people who speak life into your goals, and most importantly, only give energy to relationships that align with your future, not just your past. Because when your environment rises, you rise with it. When your circle grows, you grow with it. When your surroundings support your goals, discipline becomes easier, consistency becomes natural, and progress becomes inevitable. And when you finally position yourself in a space where growth is the standard, 2025 becomes the year where elevation is not a dream, it becomes your new normal. Listen to me carefully. Discipline is not about motivation. Discipline is not about feeling like it. Discipline is not about waiting for the perfect moment when everything aligns. Discipline is about doing what you said you were going to do even when you don't feel like it. And in 2025, if you want this year to be your best year ever, you have to master discipline. Because the ability to control yourself today determines everything you get to say yes to tomorrow. Every choice you make, every moment you resist or give in, is building the life you will live or the life you will settle for. See, most people fail not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they refuse to delay gratification. They want it all now. They want the success, the reward, the recognition, the results without paying the price. But greatness doesn't work like that. Excellence doesn't work like that. Every elite performer you admire, every leader you respect, every success story you hear about, they all mastered discipline. They said no to comfort, no to shortcuts, no to distractions, so that they could say yes to opportunity, yes to growth, yes to legacy. I need you to understand something. The ability to say no today is not punishment, it is empowerment. It is the tool that builds freedom. Every time you resist the easy path, every time you choose effort over entertainment, every time you sacrifice momentary pleasure for long-term gain, you are strengthening your future self. The problem is, most people can't see the future. They live for the now, they feed the instant, they settle for temporary highs while their dreams gather dust. Discipline flips that mindset. Discipline allows you to live for tomorrow while working relentlessly today. And discipline is built through consistency. You cannot practice it one day a week and expect results. You cannot show up when it's convenient and call yourself disciplined. True discipline is a muscle. It grows only when you exercise it daily. It grows every time you wake up early, every time you study when it's hard, every time you push through fatigue, every time you complete the tasks no one else is willing to complete. And the beautiful thing about consistent discipline is that it compounds. Small victories today turn into big wins tomorrow. You will look back and realize that the moments you resisted temptation were the moments that shaped your entire year. Here's the reality check. 2025 will throw distractions, comfort, and temptations at you constantly. It will test your patience. It will test your commitment. It will ask if you're serious about your goals or just talking about them. And the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is how well they master themselves. Not the easiest path, not the quickest route, but the path of discipline. And let's talk about the mindset shift for a moment. Discipline isn't restriction, it's liberation. It's the freedom to achieve what others only dream about. It's the power to choose your future instead of reacting to your circumstances. It's the ability to make decisions today that your future self will thank you for. If you get good at saying no to the things that hold you back, you create room for the things that propel you forward. So, here's the challenge for 2025. Decide what you're willing to sacrifice, decide what you're willing to endure, and decide what you're willing to prioritize over immediate gratification. Understand that every no today is a yes for tomorrow. Every moment of self-control is a building block. Every act of consistency, every choice to stay the course, every refusal to settle, is a vote for your future. Discipline isn't glamorous, it isn't flashy, it isn't easy, but it is non-negotiable, and when you master it, you're not just surviving the year, you're dominating it. Listen, if you want 2025 to be your best year ever, you have to change the way you look at pain, struggle, and problems. Too many people go through life running from discomfort, avoiding challenges, and pretending that setbacks aren't teaching them something. Let me tell you the truth, pain is not the enemy. Problems are not obstacles meant to stop you. They are the raw materials, the fuel, the lessons that, if you use them correctly, will make 2025 not just better than last year, but unstoppable. Every struggle you survived in 2024, every disappointment, every failure, every moment that tested you, those were the weights building your strength. And if you let them teach you instead of break you, they become the foundation for your greatness. Some of you are walking into 2025 thinking that the absence of pain equals success. That's a lie. Life isn't about comfort. Life is about growth, and growth is painful. Growth stretches you, challenges you, and demands that you adapt. The people who never feel pain often never achieve anything worth remembering. The people who take the easy road rarely leave a mark. But the ones who embrace pain, who face problems head-on, who turn struggles into strategies, those are the ones who dominate the game of life. I need you to hear this clearly. Your setbacks are actually setups. Your failures are actually feedback. When life knocks you down, it isn't trying to destroy you. It's testing your resilience, teaching your patience, and forcing you to grow stronger. Every obstacle, every tough conversation, every financial struggle, every academic challenge, every professional disappointment, it's all preparing you to handle the level of success you say you want. You cannot skip the preparation, and the preparation often comes dressed as pain. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't isn't talent. It isn't luck, it's how they respond to what life throws at them. Some people break when they fail. Some people complain when they get challenged. Some people give up when it gets hard. But the ones who win, the ones who elevate, the ones who make 2025 legendary, they use every problem as fuel. They analyze it, learn from it, and convert it into strategy. They don't run from pain, they extract power from it. You have to develop a mindset that says, if it's hard, it's growing me. If it's uncomfortable, it's strengthening me. If it's challenging, it's teaching me something that will make me better. That mindset is rare, but it's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Because when you stop wasting energy complaining, when you stop wishing life were easier, when you start asking, what can I learn from this? You take control. You turn the tables. You take the very things that tried to hold you down and use them as stepping stones to rise higher than you ever imagined. And here's the most important part: your problems will never completely disappear. Life will always test you, push you, and challenge you. The key is not avoiding problems, it's learning how to thrive in spite of them. Every struggle you survive makes you stronger, sharper, and more capable. Every hardship you overcome gives you confidence, courage, and clarity. Every pain you endure builds the resilience that no one can take away from you. So, as you step into 2025, don't fear difficulty. Don't resent the challenges. Don't wish the pain away. Embrace it, harness it, study it, let it teach you, fuel you, and prepare you. Because the truth is this: your greatest power comes not from comfort or ease, but from how well you transform pain into progress, how well you turn problems into purpose. And when you master that, nothing in 2025 can stop you.